Charles Stark coming at you from fuji2 Highlands for SBR. Again, this at the mouth of Mount Fuji here in Japan. One of the greatest roller coaster parks in the world. If you didn't get a look at it yesterday, I'll give you a look at it today. Absolutely incredible place to come. If you can come by yourself, bring your family. Just a really wonderful roller coaster park. Awesome place to come. But let's talk about some Major League Baseball. Kind of been struggling the last couple days here. That's just the way it goes sometimes. We're going to get back on track, though, with under the total between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. Looking at the pitchers' ERA, you think over the total is the way to go. But the way it sets up, I like for these teams to keep the damage to a minimum, for the pitchers to keep the damage to a minimum, and for us to stay under this total of 10. Let's break this down. We got Mike Pelfrey getting the start for Detroit. He comes in, 4.95 ERA, 1.76 whip. Tigers hitting 265 as a team. Good offense from the Tigers, but since the break, not so good. They've been averaging under 3 runs per game since the All-Star break and haven't scored more than 4 in any of their ball games. So they've been really struggling. They faced James Shields today, who they knocked around a little while ago, but I don't think they're going to be able to do that today. A rejuvenated James Shields. Now, Pelfrey, we have him in a good situation, a bounce-back game situation, and the fact he's on the road where his ERA drops to 3.53, but his bounce-back situations are great. In his last 10 starts, a couple times he allowed 6 runs, 4 runs respectively, but his next game after, he allowed 0 runs and 1 run respectively. We have him in that situation today. Last start out, he allowed 5 against the Royals. So look for him to bounce back today. We got Shields, James Shields getting the start for the Chicago White Sox. He comes in, 5.10 ERA, 1.52 whip. White Sox hitting 250 as a team. Not a lot going on with the White Sox offense. They've been slipping a little bit since the break. Not so great as well. They did score 6 and 5 respectively in Seattle, but still, I think Pelfrey is going to be able to do enough to limit the damage. Now, Shields, completely different pitcher than when he was first acquired by the White Sox when he allowed 7 runs, 6 runs, 8 runs in his first 3 starts. He's been great. His last 5, he's allowed 9 earned runs total. So look for him to have a good ball game today and really, get some redemption. One of the games was the 6 runs against Detroit. So look for him to get some redemption today and be backed up by a pretty good White Sox bullpen to keep Detroit down, a struggling Detroit down to a minimum. So 10 runs, a bit too much. I'm going to back under the total, and that's going to be my MLB pick. I wish you guys luck on all your picks today.